Hello and welcome to this presentation. In this video, I want to explain how to use the Alignment Approximator. This tool that is implemented as a plugin in ProM platform, that is one of the most widely platform in open source platform in process mining domain, aims to approximate the alignment statistic faster. To compute alignment, we usually need an event log and a process model. Now I want to import an event log. So we can discover a process model or import it to ProM. Now I will use the inductive miner to discover a process model. After that, we should search here for Alignment Approximator. That is the name of the tool that we have developed. By clicking next, we have two options. We can simulate, we can approximate using simulation, or we can use subset selection. Subset selection method, we will have different options. For example, we can compute the distance differently, but to have the alignment, it's better to use Levenshtein distance. Also, we can choose different percentage of variance in the event log, and this method will compute this amount of variance of the event log and compute their alignments. So we can now here choose 10%, and to choose them, we can use different methods. For example, we can choose them randomly, we can choose the first ones, or we can use the frequency-based method. But we have also other options. By clicking on Finish, here you can see that we have an approximation value and also upper bound and lower bound. We should note that these bounds are for the actual alignment, actual fitness. So we know that the actual fitness value couldn't be higher than this value and couldn't be lower than this value. We have also some diagnostic information. For example, we know that for this activity, we always have had asynchronous moves. So it means all the time we have moves in the model. And also for some of them, we always have synchronous moves. So these diagnostic information can help us to detect the problematic part of the model or the log. Depends on the goal of our approach. So now I want to use the simulation method. So here I can indicate the number of traces that we want to simulate. For example, I can change it to 5,000. And there are different approaches. For example, I can use the guided simulation or random one. Now I want to use the guided simulation, and we have to handle the loops in the simulation method. We can compress them or use the standard version. And we see that, again, we have the approximated statistics. So here we see the approximation, and we have the lower bound and upper bounds and the same and similar information. We have another approach that we can use log as a model. So for this purpose, I just randomly sampled the event log and use again the Alignment Approximator. But this time, I want to have two event logs as input, but we should know that one of them is the representative of the model and also event log. So we have no option here, and we will have the results. So it let us to somehow independent of the notation of the process model, we convert it to an event log, for example, by simulation, and compute the alignment approximation or compute the alignment. Note that it is possible to have the event log, to receive an event log by some variants that user mentioned they are the correct variants of the model.